Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM Clear Channel Studios and streaming to you worldwide from yorbamedia.com via the iHeart app. All right, I've got Andrew Whelan, President, BioElectronics Corporation, on the show. These people have got the breakthrough, absolute breakthrough, state-of-the-art in medical technology for orthopedic pain. And it's not just for humans. I see they also work on animals, too. Andrew, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, you're the founder of the company, and you've been the president and chairman and board of directors since April 2000 on this thing. And you're a seasoned business executive with a strong financial consulting and management background. So I wanted to pause right there for just a moment and give you a chance to bring some of your leadership talents and wisdom out as an introduction to our audience, and then please love to get right into the company and all of the things that you do.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
What BIEL has done is to develop essentially the science of bioelectronics, and we've become at this point the leader and first in the science. And essentially, what bioelectronics is the body is regulated by electrical signals. And what we do with the technology is modify those signals, specifically on the products that we do, to reduce pain and inflammation and accelerate healing. And
how do you do that?
Well, it's actually quite simple. Essentially what we did in the beginning was we took pulse shortwave therapy that's been around for 80 years, and its genesis or origin was medical diathermy, putting heat directly into the body. So to preclude burning the patients, clinicians started pulsing the signal so it didn't burn the patient. Mm-hmm. When they pulsed the signal, everybody kind of scratched their head and say, well, it works, but why does it work? Because there's no heat. There's no accumulation of the heat. Now, over the years, we finally figured out, and that's how we essentially developed the science of bioelectronics, that it's not the heat, it's the pulsing, it's the tapping. Mm-hmm. And the physics explanation for that is stochastic resonance. My easy way to explain it is it's like marching troops across the bridge. If you leave them in step, that constant pounding, bump, bump, will collapse the bridge. And so what the device is doing, right now we're pulsing at 1,000 hertz or 1,000 times a second. We have a transmitter that's sending that radio signal into the tissue. That's pulsing on the cells, but more importantly on the afferent nerves. That pulsing causes a muscle jerk or a muscle response. It's the muscle response that gets the blood flow. It's the blood flow that cleans out the inflammation and shuts down the pain. So anytime you have a soft tissue injury, the first thing the body does is respond to it. You get swelling, some heating of the tissue. That's to separate the cells so you don't get an infection. The other interesting thing to me always was it works on chronic wounds that don't heal. But if you step back and look at it, you say, well, but the chronic wounds are actually stuck in the inflammatory phase. So the same sequence of events or cascade happens. We start pulsing that signal in there. It touches the nerves, gets the muscle to jerk, gets the blood flow, and it'll move to the healing phase. So by doing that, we get it into the reparative phase. So we'll get 30 to 50% accelerated healing. So the combination is that what we developed uniquely is a healing analgesic, which has extremely broad applications, because I don't want to say always, but it almost all it functions to shut down that inflammation and the pain. So the market opportunities are extremely broad. Right now, what BIEL has is 4 basic product lines. So we have a a musculoskeletal retail product called ActiPatch, which tagline is accelerated or advanced long-lasting pain relief. And what's the real attraction there is if you take in drugs, which is really our main competitor, you can't take enough drugs to get a good night's sleep. When you take our microchip device, put it on the injured tissue, you can leave it there forever. And you can't, the battery will wear out eventually, but the important thing is you can put that on and go to sleep at night. So we have people who haven't had a good night's sleep in decades. Put the device on, go to sleep, sleep all night. If you try and dose up that many drugs, you may not be getting up. And so this product has real applications in pain, and it also addresses the real issues on prescription drug abuse.
That is a huge breakthrough. You in other words, now how close? Of course, there are some instances where people have to have morphine. The pain is just too bad for them to serve it. But broken bones, shingles, things of that nature, or is it more towards deep muscle tissue tears and injuries of that sort?
We're really addressing bone growth. Addressing soft tissue injuries now. Mm-hmm. The University of Chicago Medical School did a study on bone stimulation, which shows that our product actually gives better results than any even of the bone growth stimulators. And bone growth stimulators are basically the same technology. The frequencies and power levels are different, but they're $4,000. I mean, we're retailing our product at $30.
Whoa!
So
you can't even get the pain medicine for $30.
No, and in addition, I'll have to finish about the other products, but we've had a monomaniac drive here at BIEL to drive down the cost.
Let me stop you for just a second, because I know somebody's out there going, Yorba, what is the symbol? BIEL, right?
Yes.
Okay, BIEL. Look it up, because I don't want to pause this, because something big happened to you guys, just a little higher than, 3/100ths of a penny, and it just went straight through the roof in late February, early March. Somebody really liked your stock and bought.
Yeah, we have the only real solution to pain.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
But, you have drugs, but the problem with the drugs, you got different classifications of drugs. Like, go back to if you have a patient that has burns, mm-hmm. okay, you're going to have to shut down the central nervous system.
Right.
But you still want to put our device on there because we'll get that burn to heal. We'll heal that tissue. And so over time, even though you want to put them on opioids and other dangerous, drugs that have a lot of negative side effects, you want to withdraw them off that by getting to heal. So the shortcoming of narcotic drugs are they don't heal. And so you get on them, they're effective for about 90 days, and then the body gets accustomed to it, and they're not that beneficial. But you take our product, which we've done, and gone back, it's my preferred study. It's not a clinical study. We went back and asked the people who bought the product and said, how much is your pain reduction using our product compared to what you were doing before? We get 5 times better VAS scores, or, reduction in the pain levels than the drugs.
And you just said it heals 50% faster, 30 to 50% faster.
And it's 100% safe. You couldn't hurt yourself with our product if you wanted to. It's just, we're pulsing at a power level. It's the pulsing. Remember, it's not the power level.
Right.
It's the pulsing. We're pulsing at 1,000 hertz per second. The power level is 200th of a cell phone.
Andrew, let's take a break right now. I have a billion questions for you, but let's pause and take a break so that we can cover more of this on the other side, all right?
Sure.
All right, we'll be right back with Andrew Whelan, CEO, BioElectronics, BIELscorp.com. Symbol on this stock is BIEL. And special thanks to Monk Media and 1-800-PublicRelations.com for all their PR and media support. We'll be right back with more Breakthrough with Andrew and Michael. Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM Clear Channel Studios. I'm joined by Andrew Whelan, President of BioElectronics, symbol BIEL. All right, Andrew, I have got a bazillion questions for you, but let's do this. We never really got to get through all of the products that you offer humanity. Talk to me, let's say, of ActiPatch, Smart Insole, LA, Recovery RX, and Heal Fast. Let's start with ActiPatch. What is that?
Well, ActiPatch is the musculoskeletal line that's designed to be sold over the counter. So it's a retail product that's really focused on, I mean, the beauty of it is it works incredibly on back pain. And, 20% of the population has back pain. It works on knee pain or osteoarthritis of the knee, particularly. It works for all the muscle joints, so upper shoulder, neck, shoulder pain, wrist for carpal tunnel, tennis elbows, any of the inflammatory conditions. And what we had to do was get belts and knee wraps so that we place the device over the injured tissue. And that's one of the beauties of it. You put the device over the injured tissue, it heals where the injury is, not polluting your system with a lot of drugs and and heating pads, which last a couple hours and then you think. The real benefit of that product is long-lasting pain relief. That's significantly better than anything else that's out there.
I see this Heal Pain Relief Smart Insole. This is very interesting because, a lot of people have got these injuries, but it also says nighttime, too. What's that? I keep harping my gospel, if you will. Well, extended duration is the combination. What we did on Heal Pain is originally we were just selling it in a wrap, so you could put it on your heel at night, and that would shut down the inflammation. You get up in the morning, you stomp your foot on the floor, which is incredible for anybody that's had heel pain. I had it personally, so I know that experience. But what we realized is that we can actually, because we can heal wounds or chronic wounds, that we could actually shut down the tear in the plantar fasciitis, which is what's causing the pain. So we made a 24-hour product. So we placed it into a gel insole. So you have smaller devices that you put into the insole, put it and wear it during the day. At night, you pull the insole out, put it into a slipper, a designed slipper that fits comfortably on your foot at night. You sleep at night with it. The extended duration will actually heal the tear. So, we thought that's a great idea, but so we had original clinical study was done here, and then we got able to get the University of British Columbia to do an extended 26 weeks double-blind crossover study that shows that we actually get healing, 6 months later, 26 weeks. And that product is just, candidly, we're out of it right now. But, it's so popular, they took it all off the shelf.
Yeah, it's my favorite customer, runners. They go to sleep, we relieve the pain, they get up the next morning, they go out and re-injure it. So, but other than the fact that it's good for business, not good to keep re-injuring it. But
I got another one that's going to fly off the shelf. This next one, LA, is that how I pronounce it?
Yes.
LA, menstrual pain therapy. Now there's a big deal. That's going to cure everybody's issues with that.
We're actually looking for a mega partner for that because that market's different, dramatically different than the ActiPatch, which is mostly for us older people. We really got to start capturing them at 12 and 13. The clinical results on that are just mind-boggling. I was staggered by it. We got 72% either complete elimination or major reduction in pain. That product's really designed for women. Women, for menstrual pain is the largest factor of days lost from work or school by women. This product is, it's the same device. It's very small. They, fit it into their panties and wear it during the day. Many women have back pain. It, helps with the back pain. So, and, we got it down. They get 30 days of treatment for $29.95 or $1 a day, so you can be there and be yourself.
Well, there's an old statement. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So you'll be making a lot more people than just women happy with that one.
I know a lot of men say we should sell it to husbands. Don't worry about it. They'll give it to their wives.
Okay. All right. Well, let's see what we can do about hooking you up with that one. All right. Recovery RX.
Yeah, that one's actually been a lot stronger than we actually originally thought. We're getting good traction with that product. One of the physicians said, I think this thing is miraculous. I asked him if that was a medical term, but it shuts down. Well, there's really two major benefits of it. It's really an anti-inflammatory wound therapy. What happens on a lot of this wound therapy is the pain is excruciating. And so we're using the same device that shuts down the pain, shuts down the inflammation. So when the pain goes away, patient's comfortable, the inflammation goes down, so the wound granulates and closes up sooner. And, it's...
you got a picture of somebody's foot there, and I don't know if is that like a skin graft or a burn victim?
I don't know which foot it is, but for people with diabetic foot ulcers,
yeah.
There's some data photographs, probably the photographs out of Temple in Podiatry, School of Podiatry in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. That one series of pictures, in 3 weeks they were going to cut the foot off, and 3 weeks later we had that wound completely granulated and closed.
It also
it always doesn't work in 3 weeks, but because it depends on the nutrients and general health of the patient. But for the pricing that we have on it, it's just incredible.
Well, don't tell me $29.95.
No, we actually have to get a little more because we have to sell it through the hospitals. And so, but it's in that range. You're talking about pennies an hour.
We are
for therapy that's saving limbs.
But it also says in here dental. Are you telling me that you can reduce the pain in the dentist chair or reduce the amount of drugs that a dentist has to use to alleviate that pain? Yes.
In fact, we published a white paper. We sent a press release on a white paper that we put out the other day out of Italy. A physician had been using the product for quite a while. And so they're going to do a formal study. We actually have a third molar study being at Tufts Dental School. And Tufts, is one of the best dental schools in the world. So, and we're doing third, but essentially it's oral surgery. If you're having those teeth pulled out, you're going to have inordinate amount of pain and inflammation for days. The Tufts study is actually going to have some computer-generated, three-dimensional computer graphics that we'll be able to actually measure, which we're not going to. We are measuring the amount of reduction, and the pain reduction is just mind-boggling. The only discomfort there is you got to keep the device on for a night or two.
Oh, okay. Now we've got like 2 minutes left, and it's a hard break. Heal Fast Therapy stops pains in horses, dogs, and cats. I have all three. You're kidding me.
Well, they shouldn't have any pain. We have to send you some product.
Yeah, definitely. All right, same process. It looks like you've got a little blanket, like a little coat on the dog.
Those have the surgical foam around them.
Oh.
We've taken that out because we've been able to get it down to one antenna. We've done a lot of good things on the technology and simplifying and getting that cost down to make it extremely effective.
I've got to call a halt here. Andrew, I've got a billion more questions for you, but you've been such a great guest, and thank you so much for the contribution you make to mankind.
I appreciate the opportunity. Good talking to you, Michael.
You too.
Thank you. Be good. Bye.
All right, Andrew Whelan, CEO. Excuse me, I keep saying CEO. He is actually the president of BioElectronics. BIELcorp.com. BIEL is the symbol. And special thanks to Monk Media and 1-800-PublicRelations.com for all their PR and media support. Stick around. We've got a whole list of people to be on the show with market timing on the next hour. Good luck, good trading. We'll be right back.